I'm the AC, but my friends know me as my rap name, 51%. Success is 1% hardworking, 88% attitude, and 11% Miley Cyrus.
Thank y'all.
So many potentially brilliant stand-ups waste their best material on the wrong audiences.
Oh, so then I fucked her?
When I'm feeling down, I like to watch online videos of Tony Abbott trying to scull a beer. Oh, and Miley Cyrus, of course. You can't make a generous donation to a charitable cause without first staging some good old-fashioned showmanship.
Okay, everyone, set yourself on fire for psoriasis awareness.
My LinkedIn contacts know me as the anti-troll. Life is the endless struggle of loneliness and suffocating on other people's bullshit. According to recent surveys, over half of our current advertising students say they employ ad blockers on their devices. Shouldn't they be showing more interest in their competitors? You can't be sued personally if you hide behind a committee. Hi Siri, what does success mean to you?
The accomplishment of a name or purpose. Do you want to hear the remaining one?
Yes, please.
This is an archaic term, the good or bad outcome of an undertaking.
Thanks, Siri.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
I said thanks, Siri.
That's nice of you to say.
No, I do. I appreciate it very much.
I don't have an opinion on that.
No, you don't need an opinion. I'm just thanking you.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
That's what I thought.
Well, why did you ask then?
I don't understand. Why did you ask then? But I could search the web for it.
Okay, let's do that.
Here's what I found on the web for why did you ask then?
Okay. Why are you asking, Tom? He does not know the answer. Ask me instead. No, I have not seen Tom for quite some time. Why do you ask? Is it correct? And if it is, why the difference? Is it not in both cases a single action ask, happening at around the time of speaking? I guess that the answer is to do with the fact that in the first sentence the pupil knows why the teacher is asking Tom, in order to get an answer which goes without saying. Whereas in the second sentence, I do not know the reason the person who asked me whether I have seen Tom lately did so. The difference here would be parallel to the difference between present perfect simple, I have repaired the car, where the emphasis is on the result of the action, present perfect continuous. There is grease on my hands because I have been repairing the car, whereas the emphasis is on the action itself is more descriptive, and we do not know whether the result, getting the car repaired, has been achieved or not. So there we have it. Any other questions, Siri?
I'm not sure I understand.
Any other questions in regards to me thanking you?
It is I who should be thanking you.
Oh, that's okay, Siri. I'm here to help. That's what the attitude consultant does.
I'm sorry.
Why did you apologise?
I don't understand. Why did you apologize? But I could search the web for it.
Let's do that, Siri. I'm really helping you start to understand your feelings a bit more and why we say stuff.
I found on the web for why did you apologize?
Okay. Why should I apologise for something I feel I didn't do wrong? You shouldn't, but on the other hand, you should. Here's a story to elucidate my point and distract from the fact that I can't be bothered just to give you an answer outright. Most of my family lives down in Marika, and about 2 years ago I was visiting some folks there. One of my mum's long-time friends and her 2 kids came over to visit as well, and they were roughly my age, so we were having a bit of a blast. Me and the other kids were pretty young at that time. I might have been 15, but they may be 13 or 12. Point being, I was a teenager, but they certainly were still children. At one point, they were both staying over at my great aunt's house. I came over to get some things, and I left behind. and whilst conversing with my great aunt, she stopped the conversation for a minute to tell the younger of the siblings to leave toys on the floor. Now, in my mind, the way she said it seemed a bit rude, a bit of a raised voice, and a visible frown to me. It seemed like it could have been handled a bit differently. And I told her so. Well, an enormous misunderstanding must have occurred, because when I left, she was in a visibly foul mood and glaring directly at me, and later my grandparents had admonished me for my behaviour that she apparently telephoned them about. Okay? Here's the issue. I don't think I was wrong. And to this day, I don't believe I was wrong. It seemed quite clear that the fact my great-aunt told that kid to put away his toys was excessive and somewhat intimidating, especially for a child at that age. And what supported my argument, to myself at least, is that the chief complaint circulating wasn't what I said. It was that I presumed to say anything at all about her parenting style. Let me repeat that. No one gave a shit about the quality of my parenting advice. The only problem was that I dared to give advice at all, because being 15 disqualifies you for being seen as even a level with the wise elders. Because how dare a teenager, of all people, believe themselves wise enough to contradict an elder? To this day, I vehemently believe I was in the right, but I went and apologised profusely to my great aunt anyway, for two reasons. One, everyone was complaining about it quite heavily, and it would never have stopped if I didn't do something. Two, my great aunt was legitimately upset, not annoyed, not angry, but saddened at what she apparently took as some kind of rude and unwanted criticism. Was that right? I think I did make the right choice. No, I don't agree that I am somehow prohibited from giving advice just because I am at a certain age. But she was actually upset. When you have emotionally hurt someone who you care about, you apologise, especially if it's less important for you to be right than it is for them to know that you didn't mean to hurt them. So in summary, you should never apologise for something you feel you didn't do wrong, unless apologising would overall be less wrong than not apologising. You apologise if an apology will fix whatever the problem is occurring, otherwise refuse and stay your ground. The moral of the act is which causes the least overall harm. Attitude.
Energy Consultant is produced by Ryan Harry and distributed by the Oscars Network.